My name is Daniel. I was just a boy when Babylon came. They burned our gates. They silenced the temple. They took the vessels of God and placed them in the house of idols. That was the day I was taken. From the courts of Judah into the heart of Babylon. But Babylon did not conquer us. The Lord gave us into their hand, not because He was weak, but because we were unfaithful. Then the king gave a command, not to burn us, but to shape us. He called Ashpenaz, chief of the eunuchs, and ordered him to gather the sons of Israel, royal blood, nobles, youths without blemish. We were judged by our faces, by our posture, by the light still left in our eyes. They measured our minds. They searched for skill, for wisdom, for knowledge worth stealing. They did not bring us to Babylon to kill us, but to teach us the language of Chaldea, the literature of sorcery, the ways of their gods. But though they brought us to the king's palace, my heart belonged to a greater king. The king gave us a daily portion, food from his table, wine from his cup. 3 years of training to be shaped by Babylon and stand before its king. Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah, brothers from Judah, chosen with me. They gave us new names, strangers' names. I became Belteshazzar. They trained our minds, fed us from the king's table, poured Babylon into us. But I drew a line. I would not defile myself, not with their food, not with their gods. I was captive in Babylon, but my heart remained in heaven. God granted me favor, compassion in the eyes of the chief eunuch, a man torn between duty and mercy. He feared his king's wrath.
Why would the king see you weaker than the others? Why risk my own head for your strange request?
I understood his fear. The weight of power in Babylon is cruel. Yet I held to a silent hope. I spoke to the steward assigned over us, my brothers and me, with steady heart. Test us for 10 days. Let us eat only vegetables, drink only water. Watch us closely. Judge us by what you see. 10 days. A simple test. A fragile chance to stand firm in a foreign land. And on the 10th day, we stood stronger, healthier, brighter in face and spirit than all who indulged in Babylon's feast. And to us, these 4 young men, God gave knowledge, understanding in all literature and wisdom. But to me, He gave more. The ability to see dreams and interpret visions, glimpses of what was and what is yet to come. When our days of preparation were complete, we stood before the king. He questioned us in matters of wisdom and insight, and found no equal in all Babylon. So we served in his court, not as slaves, but as lights in a kingdom of shadows. And the king found us 10 times better than all his magicians and enchanters. I remained there through kings and kingdoms, through war and wonder, until the first year of King Cyrus. It began in the second year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, a man who ruled empires, but couldn't rule his own sleep. The dream came like a storm in the night. He woke with his heart pounding, and he knew this was not from man. He called for his magicians, the enchanters, the Chaldeans, all who claimed to speak with gods. They stood before him, proud robes, empty answers.
Tell us the dream, and we'll tell you what it means.
But the king saw through them, and the fire in his eyes said what his voice soon would.
If you truly hear from the gods, then you will already know what I saw.
The king's wrath rose like the sun over Babylon, blazing, absolute, and without mercy. He gave the order,
kill everyone.
Every wise man, every counselor. Their gods had failed them, and the king would not be mocked. And so, death came searching, house to house, step by step, until it found me. And so the hunt began. Even the innocent would pay. But the hour had come to choose, fear the king or trust the God who gave me breath. We cried out for mercy, not from Nebuchadnezzar, but from the God of heaven who reveals mysteries. And in the silence of the night, the dream was revealed.
Praise be to the name of God, forever and ever. Wisdom and power are His. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with Him. I thank you, God of my ancestors. I praise you, Lord of heaven. You have given me wisdom and power. You have made known to me what we asked of you. You have made known to us the dream of the king.
So I went to Arioch, The executioner turned messenger, and I said, "Do not destroy the wise men of Babylon. Take me to the king. I will show him the dream." He brought me quickly. The throne room was silent, and the king stared at me with sleepless eye.
Can you tell me the dream and what it means?
No man can do what the king demands. No enchanter, no magician, no wise man. But there is a God in heaven, and he reveals mysteries, and he has shown the king what is to come, not because I am wiser than others, but so that you, O king, may know what troubles your heart, and understand the thoughts that haunt your mind. And I stood before the king, not in fear, but with the fear of the Lord. And I told him his dream, exactly as he saw it, and I gave him the meaning. You, O king, you are the head of gold, mighty Babylon, glorious in splendor, but not eternal. After you, another shall rise, weaker in riches, but not in will. Then a third, swift and bronze, spreading across the earth. And then a fourth, strong as iron, crushing, breaking all things, until even it divides, 10 toes of iron and clay, part strong, part brittle. A kingdom divided, unable to stand. But then, in the days of those kings, a stone, uncut by human hands, was hurled from heaven. It struck the feet, shattered the whole statue, crushed every empire into dust, and the wind carried them away. But the stone became a mountain and filled the earth. This, O king, is the kingdom of God. It will not pass away. It will not be left to another. It will break all others to pieces, and it will stand forever. When I finished speaking, the king rose, not in anger, but in awe. This mighty ruler, who commanded armies, fell to the ground before me. He bowed before a servant of the Most High, and he said, "Your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings." Then he lifted me up, honored me, made me ruler over Babylon, chief of the wise men. But I knew it was not me he honored. It was the God of heaven, who humbles kings and speaks through his servants. In the plain of Dura, King Nebuchadnezzar raised a statue of gold, 90 feet high, a monument to his pride. And he commanded all nations, all peoples, saying, "At the sound of music, harp, lyre, and pipe, every man must bow, every woman must kneel, or be cast into the flames." But among them stood 3, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, sons of Judah, servants of the Most High. They would not kneel, not to gold, not to fear. The king was told, and his heart burned hotter than any flame. "Bring them to me."
Is it true? You do not serve my gods. You refuse to bow before the golden image I have set up. I will give you one more chance. But if you do not, you will be thrown immediately into the blazing furnace.
O King, we will not bow to your gold or flame, for our God can save, and He knows our name. But even if He does not, still we will not kneel. We choose the fire over a faithless steel. Let the furnace roar, let the heavens hear. Our God is near, and we have no fear. Let the furnace roar, let the heavens hear. Our God is near, and we have no fear. Let the furnace roar, let the heavens hear. Our God is near, and we have no fear.
Suddenly the king rose to his feet in terror. Did we not cast 3 men into the fire? But I see 4, unbound, walking in the midst of the flames, and the 4th is like a son of the gods.
The officials gathered, stunned. The fire obeyed a higher command. The furnace meant for death became a stage for glory.
Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel and delivered his servants who trusted in him. They defied the king's command and gave up their bodies, rather than bow to any god but their own.
And he issued a decree.
Let no tongue speak against their God, for there is no other God who can save like this.
And the king honored them, promoting the 3 faithful men in the province of Babylon, once exiles, now exalted. Hear the words of a king who was brought to his knees by the hand of the Most High. This is the decree of Nebuchadnezzar to every nation and people in every tongue under heaven. He tells of the signs and wonders the Most High God has done for him, wonders too mighty to ignore, and signs that shake the heart of kings. How great are his signs, how mighty his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion endures from generation to generation.
I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at home in my palace, content and prosperous. But one night, a dream came, a dream that gripped my heart with fear. Visions in the night that shook me to my core. I summoned all the wise men of Babylon, the magicians, the enchanters, the astrologers, the diviners. I told them my dream, but none could tell me its meaning. Then Daniel came before me, Belteshazzar, chief of the magicians, in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. To him I said, No mystery is too great for you. In my vision, I saw a tree in the middle of the land. Its height enormous. It grew large and strong. Its top touched the sky. It was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves were beautiful. Its fruit abundant. On it was food for all. Beneath it, the wild animals found shelter, and the birds of the air lived in its branches. From it, every creature was fed. And in the visions of the night, I looked, and there before me, a holy one, a messenger from heaven, descending. He called out with a voice like thunder, "Cut down the tree, trim off its branches, strip its leaves, scatter its fruit. Let the animals flee from beneath it, and the birds from its branches." But the stump, bound with iron and bronze, was left in the grass of the field. "Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and let him live among the wild beasts. Let his mind be changed from that of a man to that of an animal, until 7 times have passed over him. This is the decree of the watchers, the verdict of the holy ones, so that all living may know. The Most High rules over the kingdoms of men and gives them to whomever he wills, even to the lowliest of men. This is the dream I, Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now, Belteshazzar, tell me what it means, for none in my kingdom can explain it, but you can, for the spirit of the holy gods is in you."
Then I, Daniel, was troubled in my spirit. The meaning was clear to me, and it struck me with fear.
Belteshazzar, do not let the dream or its meaning alarm you.
My lord, if only this dream were for your enemies, and its meaning for those who hate you. The tree you saw, great and strong, with its top touching the sky, visible to the ends of the earth, that tree is you, O king. But you saw a messenger from heaven declare, "Cut down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stump, bound with iron and bronze, in the grass of the field, while the roots remain in the ground. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and live among the wild beasts until 7 times pass over him." This, O king, is the decree of the Most High. You will be driven away from men. You will live among the wild animals. You will eat grass like an ox, until you acknowledge that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of men and gives them to whomever he wishes. But your kingdom will be restored to you when you acknowledge that heaven rules. Therefore, O king, accept my advice. Renounce your sins by doing what is right, and your wickedness by showing mercy to the oppressed. It may be that then your prosperity will continue. And so it came to pass, just as I declared before the king.
In the appointed time, my reason returned to me. I lifted my eyes to heaven, and my understanding was restored. Then I praised the Most High.
I honored and glorified him. to generation, all the peoples of the earth are regarded as nothing. He does as he pleases with the powers of heaven, and the peoples of the earth. No one can hold back his hand or say to him, "What have you done?"
Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and glorify the King of Heaven, because everything he does is right and all his ways are just, and those who walk in pride he is able to humble.
The palace pulsed with excess. Laughter rose like smoke from the lips of the proud. And in the hands of King Belshazzar, the holy vessels from the house of my God. They drank, praising gods of gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. But the true God was watching, and his judgment was nearer than they knew. Then it came. A silence like the breath of death itself, and on the plaster of the wall, a hand, not of flesh, but of light, fingers of fire, writing words that burned into the stone of Babylon's pride. The king's color drained, his knees struck together. The mightiest ruler in Babylon was reduced to fear, and all the wisdom of his kingdom could not read the words. But the queen remembered. She spoke of one man in whom dwells the Spirit of the Holy God, and so I was summoned.
You are Daniel, one of the exiles of Judah. They say the spirit of the gods is in you. Wisdom the wise men here could not match. Read the writing on the wall, and I will clothe you in purple, place a chain of gold on your neck, and make you third ruler in the kingdom.
Keep your gifts, give your rewards to another. But I will read the writing for you, O king, and tell you what it means. The Most High God gave your father Nebuchadnezzar kingship, glory, and power. All nations trembled before him. But when his heart grew proud, he was stripped of his throne, driven among the beasts, until he learned this truth. The Most High rules over the kingdoms of men, and he sets over them anyone he chooses. And you, Belshazzar, though you knew all this, you have not humbled your heart. Instead, you have raised yourself against the Lord of heaven. You have taken the sacred vessels of his house, and with them you, your lords, your wives and concubines have drunk wine to gods of silver, gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, gods who cannot see, who cannot hear, who cannot know, but the God who holds your very breath in his hand, the God who orders your every step, you have not honored. Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parsin. Mene, God has numbered the days of your kingdom, and it is finished. Tekel, you have been weighed in the balance and found wanting. Peres, your kingdom is divided, given to the Medes and the Persians. That night he clothed me in purple and set a gold chain upon my neck. Yet his throne would not see the morning. Before dawn, Belshazzar, king of Babylon, fell. That night, the golden city fell. Babylon's crown was broken, and Darius the Mede took the throne. The halls, once filled with the laughter of kings, now echoed with a new ruler's steps. Yet, even in a kingdom changed overnight, the hand of God did not change. I, Daniel, an exile from Judah, now served under a new king, and once again, the Lord's favor set me apart. But favor is a crown men will try to steal, and the shadows began to stir against me. That night, in the reign of Darius, I learned the cost of faith. The laws of men were set against the law of my God. I was chosen to serve among the governors of the kingdom, and because an excellent spirit was in me, the king planned to set me over all the realm. But envy grew like poison in the hearts of the others. They searched for fault in me, yet found none. No corruption, no negligence. So they conspired together. With flattery, they approached the king.
O Darius, live forever. Establish a decree that whoever petitions any god or man for 30 days, except you, O king, shall be thrown into the den of lions.
And the king, not discerning their plot, signed the decree with his seal, and the law of the Medes and Persians was made unchangeable. When the decree was signed, I did not fear. I went to my upper chamber, opened the window toward Jerusalem, and prayed. 3 times that day I knelt and gave thanks to my God. But they were watching me. From the shadows they waited, like hunters stalking their prey. And when they found me in prayer, they ran to the king with their accusation, declaring that I had broken his decree. When the king heard their charge, he was distressed. All day he sought a way to save me, but the law could not be changed. At last, they forced his hand. Soldiers seized me and led me to the lion's den. Darkness swallowed me, and the ground shook with their growls. Above me, a stone was rolled across the mouth of the pit. It was sealed with the king's signet and with the seals of my accusers. My fate, it seemed, was fixed. Nothing could be undone.
He delivers, he rescues. The Lord is my refuge. The Lord is my strength. His angel shuts the lion's mouth.
At first light, I heard the sound of the king's voice calling into the den. His cry was filled with anguish. Had my God delivered me? I answered him with joy. My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. They did not harm me, for I was found innocent before him, and before the king I had done no wrong. At once they drew me up from the pit. I stood unharmed, for I had trusted in my God. When I was lifted out unharmed, the king commanded that those who accused me be cast into the lion's den. Before they reached the floor, the lions overpowered them, and all were destroyed. Then King Darius sent a decree to every nation and tongue that all people must fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed, and his dominion shall have no end. He delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. It is he who delivered me from the power of the lions. So I prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. Vision. I saw the sea stirred by heaven's winds, and from it 4 beasts arose. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, like to a bear. It was raised up on one side, and in its mouth, between its teeth, were 3 ribs. And they said unto it, After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard. Upon its back were 4 wings of a bird, and the beast had 4 heads. And dominion was given to it. After this, I saw a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. It had great iron teeth. It devoured and broke in pieces, and stamped the residue with its feet. It was different from all the beasts before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another, a little horn. 3 of the first were plucked up by the roots before it, and in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was as fiery flame, and its wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued forth before him. Thousands upon thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. I beheld, because of the voice of the great words which the horns spoke, until the beast was slain, and its body destroyed and given to the burning flame. As for the rest of the beasts, their dominion was taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. I saw one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. He came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given unto him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit. The visions of my head troubled me greatly. I drew near to one who stood by, and asked him the truth of these things. And he said unto me, These great beasts, which are four kings that shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, and possess it forever, even forever and ever. I longed to know the truth of the fourth beast and of its horn. And he said to me, The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. It shall devour the whole world. It shall trample it down and break it in pieces. 10 kings shall arise, and another shall rise after them, different from the rest. He shall subdue 3 kings. He shall speak great words against the Most High. He shall wear out the saints. He shall think to change times and laws. And for a time and times and the dividing of time, they shall be given into his hand. But the judgment shall sit. His dominion shall be taken away, consumed and destroyed to the very end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness under the whole heaven shall be given to the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is everlasting, whose dominion shall never pass away, and all nations shall serve and obey him. Here ends the vision. As for me, Daniel, my spirit was troubled, my face pale with fear, but I kept the matter in my heart. In the 3rd year of Belshazzar's reign, another vision came to me. I was carried to Shushan, the citadel of kings, and there by the river Ulai, heaven opened before my eyes. What I saw would shake empires and trouble my spirit forever. Then I lifted up mine eyes, and behold, a ram stood by the river. It had 2 horns. Both were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. The ram pushed westward, and northward, and southward, and no beast could stand before him, nor deliver from his power. He did according to his will, and became great. I behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. There was no power in the ram to stand before him. He cast him down to the ground, and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. He magnified himself, even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint, As I searched for the meaning, I heard a voice cry out, "Gabriel, make him understand the vision." He came near, and I fell upon my face in fear. But he said to me, "Understand, O Son of Man, for the vision is for the time of the end." As he spoke, I sank into deep sleep upon the ground. Yet he touched me and set me upright. "Behold, I will show you what shall come at the time of the end. The ram you saw are the kings of Media and Persia. The goat is the king of Greece. And the great horn between his eyes is the first king. When it was broken, 4 kingdoms arose in its place, but not with his power. And in the latter days a king of fierce countenance shall arise. His power shall be mighty, yet not his own. He will destroy the mighty and the holy people. Through deceit he will prosper, magnifying himself in his heart. By peace he will destroy many. He shall rise against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. I turned my face to the Lord God, seeking him by prayer and supplication, with fasting and sackcloth and ashes.
O Lord, the great and awesome God, keeping covenant steadfast love. We have sinned, we have rebelled, we have turned away from your commands. To us belongs shame of face, but to you, O Lord, belongs mercy. O Lord, hear, O Lord, forgive, O Lord, listen and act. Do not delay, for your city and your people are called by your name. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, listen and act. Do not delay, for your city and your people are called by your name.
Daniel, from the moment you began to pray, your words were heard, and I was sent to you, for you are greatly loved. 70 weeks are decreed to end sin, to atone for iniquity, to bring everlasting righteousness, and to anoint the Holy One.
From the command to rebuild Jerusalem until the Anointed One, the Prince, there shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks it shall be rebuilt, but in troubled times. And after this, the Anointed One shall be cut off the city, and the sanctuary will be destroyed. War and desolation will not cease.
In the end, a covenant will be confirmed, sacrifice will cease, and abominations shall rise until the desolator meets his end!
The vision was true, and it spoke of great conflict. I understood the word, yet my heart was heavy. I ate no delicacies. No meat or wine entered my mouth. I did not anoint myself at all. I was standing on the bank of the great river, the Tigris. I lifted up my eyes and looked.
O Daniel, man greatly loved,
understand the words I speak to you. Stand up, Fred, for I have been sent to you. Fear not, Daniel. From the first day you set your heart to understand and humbled yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come because of your words.
The prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. Then Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me. Now I have come to make you understand what shall befall your people in the latter days. For the vision concerns days yet to come.
When he had spoken to me, I turned my face toward the ground and was mute. Behold, one in the likeness of a man touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke. My Lord, by reason of the vision, sorrows have come upon me, and I have no strength. How can my Lord's servant speak with my Lord? For now no strength remains in me, and no breath is left in me.
O man greatly loved, fear not, peace be with you, be strong, yes, be strong.
As he spoke to me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me.
Do you know why I have come to you? But now I will return to fight against the Prince of Persia. And when I depart, behold, the Prince of Greece will come. But I will tell you what is inscribed in the book of truth. There is none who contends by my side against these, except Michael, your prince.
In the last days, mighty kings shall rise, each exalting himself in power and pride. Armies will clash like storms upon the earth, nations trembling at their fury. But one shall come who magnifies himself above every god, until the time appointed by the Lord. And then Michael, the great prince, shall stand, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was. Yet those whose names are written in the book of life shall be delivered. I looked, and I saw Persia rise. 3 kings came forth, one after another. Then a 4th appeared, wealthier, stronger, more arrogant than them all. His riches poured out like rivers, and with his power he provoked the world to war against Greece. And then a mighty king arose, fierce unstoppable. His dominion stretched like a storm across the earth. He did whatever he desired. Kingdoms fell before him. Nations trembled at his command. But at the very height of his power, I saw it all shatter. His kingdom broke apart, scattered to the four winds of heaven. Not to his sons, not by his strength, but torn away, given to others, just as the Lord had shown me. The king of the south grew strong, yet one of his commanders rose greater, ruling with vast dominion. In time they made an alliance, but it was broken. The daughter of the south betrayed, she and her offspring destroyed. From her line came one who struck the fortress of the north and prevailed. Then the sons of the north gathered a great army, flooding the land. The king of the south rose in rage and won a great battle. But lifted in pride, his triumph did not endure. The sons of the north stirred to war, assembling countless armies that overflowed like a flood. They advanced and struck the south with fury. But the king of the south rose in rage, defeating many. Yet his pride ruined him, and his strength faded. The king of the north returned with greater power, capturing fortified cities. The land trembled beneath his hand, yet his end came. Cut off, and he fell, never to rise again. Then arose one who imposed tribute on the glorious kingdom, but soon he was broken. In his place came a vile man who seized the kingdom by intrigue. Armies swept before him, covenants were broken, and he exalted himself with deceit. He corrupted many with flattery and turned against the covenant. But the people who know their God stood firm and carried out great exploits. Many of the wise fell, but they were refined, purified, and made white, until the time of the end. The king shall do as he wills. He will exalt himself above every god, speaking blasphemies against the God of gods. He will prosper for a time, until wrath is fulfilled. He shall honor a foreign god of power with gold and treasures. He will rise against many nations, even the glorious land, overflowing them like a flood. But at last he will come to his end, and none shall help him. At that time Michael, the great prince, shall arise. There will be a time of trouble unlike any before. Yet all whose names are in the book shall be delivered. Many who sleep in the dust shall awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame. But the wise shall shine like the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like stars forever. Then I was told, seal the words of this prophecy until the time of the end, when many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. I looked, and I saw two standing by the river, one on each side. And there, above the waters, was a man clothed in linen, his hands lifted to heaven. He swore by him who lives forever, it shall be for a time, times, and half a time. When the power of the holy people is shattered, then all these things shall be finished. I heard, but I could not understand. And I said, my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And I was told, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed and sealed until the time of the end. Many shall be purified, made white and refined, but the wicked shall not understand. The wise, however, shall understand. From the time the daily sacrifice is taken away and the abominations set up, there will be a set number of days. Blessed is the one who waits and endures to the end. But as for you, Daniel, go your way until the end. You shall rest and then rise to your inheritance at the end of the days.